Yeah.
Oh, mine still shows that it's recording.
I just made it, I just started it to record. Okay,
Yep,
I
I saw that.
thought Paul would be in and recording, so that's okay. We're
Wow.
recording it. We're recording it now.
Recording is about to start. There we go.
Yeah. Everyone, you're being recorded.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought Paul was doing it. I should have done it earlier.
Okay, then we have committee reports. I tried to send mine in last night. I couldn't figure out how to do it, so I
I'm
will
sorry,
get
but did we, Louis, I didn't hear mover a second for the regular council meeting minutes.
Okay, I need a mover and a seconder for the regular council meeting minutes.
I'll move.
I got Larry moving. I didn't get a second.
Daryl, second.
Thank you.
Any opposed? Hearing none, it's carried. Then we'll go down to 4 committee reports. Like I said, I didn't get mine in, but I'll recite it and I'll get it sent in. March 16th, phone call with Cameron Friesen. March 17th, a phone call with Minister Squires. 18th, special meeting via phone call. 23rd, finance by email meeting. April 1st, test council meeting on Teams. April 3rd, Minister Squires, Ron Schuler and Brian Pallister on a phone meeting, and 16th finance meeting on Teams.
You mean the 6th?
6, yeah, that L from April was really close to that 6.
Hey, Daryl, here is the 16th or the 18th special meeting and the 23rd of finance.
And are the rest of them all submitted already?
Yeah.
No, I don't have John. I don't have John Ledkemans.
John, do you have yours?
You know what? I don't.
Okay. We'll forgive you this time.
So John, I'm assuming it's the 18th, the 23rd, and the 3rd?
Yes, I did the Squires. Yes.
Yeah. And then the 6th for finance?
That's for finance.
Okay, I'll put it in there.
Sorry,
then.
guys. Sorry, guys.
Did you say we don't have to read them if we sent them in?
No.
So I should say mine?
No. Well, I don't.
Yours is sent in.
It's being recorded like a regular council meeting, so.
Okay, I'll say mine. March 18th, special emergency meeting. March 23rd, special finance meeting, electronic. April 3rd, ministerial town hall, electronic. And April 6th, finance meeting, electronic.
Okay, I'll say mine. March 18th, conference call council. March 19th, conference call FCM. March 23rd, finance. March 27th, FCM conference call. April 1st, Teams meeting tryout. April 3rd, ministers conference call, and April 6th, finance.
I don't know if Ivan's going to. Shall I read Ivan's?
Sure.
I don't think, maybe Ivan doesn't have his mic on.
Ah, there we go. Sorry, guys. I got it now. March 18th, COVID. March 23rd, finance. And April 6th, finance.
Thank you. And that's it for now?
I don't see Paul in here yet. I can report Paul's if you want.
Sure.
His report is March 11th to 13th, rec conference, 16th COVID conference call, 18th Marchand Community Club meeting, 18th COVID-19 conference call, March 23rd, Finance Committee, April 3rd, Town Hall conference call, and April 6th, Finance Committee.
Okay, then we have all the reports. I don't think there was a fuel report this time. Maybe they didn't use no fuel.
Yeah.
Are all the employees still working?
I can't hear you, Louis.
Are all the employees still working?
Yep.
Okay. Any other remarks about all the reports? If not, we'll go down to communications. St. Red River has a few meeting minutes. I guess I could do that too. So the AM 7.5 AMM hasn't canceled the June meeting as of yet. Yes, everybody's
Haven't
seen.
heard anything. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm sure it will be. I can't see them having a meeting on June. So
yeah, it's pretty close.
yeah.
And it seems like the numbers of the virus, people getting it, are still ramping up, at least in Manitoba. So who knows?
So coming back to the employees, and they're all working like 6 feet apart, or how does it work?
So the leisure services staff are doing staggered as well as public works so that they're not in the shop. And they will be, as soon as the weather, well, now they're going to be, public works is going to be busy. And leisure services, once the grass starts growing and things like that, they'll be out cutting grass. The administrative staff are working from home.
Yeah, but the
And-
grass is not gonna start growing for a couple of months yet.
So what would you like me to do?
Well, I'm just wondering what they're doing.
Well, I can ask the department heads. They're going into the arena. They're cleaning up the arena. They're getting rid of the ice.
Great. Yeah, I saw the ice.
Like they're doing all the in arena work that they would do at this time of the year.
Yeah, I think they just shut the ice plant off and were cleaning out the ice. It said on one email. I think I saw it yesterday, maybe.
Administrative staff are working from home. I'm taking calls through the business cell phone and directing them to whoever the inquiries are for.
Yeah.
Well,
Just-
I had a call yesterday for planning, and I sent an email to Ryan, and he responded the same afternoon, and the people phoned me back to thank us for having our staff working even during these times, so I know it's working.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, and I think we had the same amount of on the reports there of permits as 17 the year to date.
Yeah.
It was the exact same amount, and more single family dwelling starts than all the last 4 years, I think. So that was kind of interesting. Okay, then I guess we'll go down to 9. How do we do these? Wouldn't we pass the budget before we would do the tax bylaw?
You did, February 26th. Financial plan was passed on February 26th.
Oh, the plan, but, and there's no separate budget one?
That is, the financial plan is the budget.
Okay,
I think the tax bylaw is only to approve the mill rates so that the staff can send it to the province to have the tax bills printed. Am I right, Ann?
That's correct.
Yeah.
I didn't think we had the second and third reading on the budget yet.
You passed the financial plan on the February 26th meeting. And you did first reading for the tax bylaw at the same meeting, and now you have the second and third reading for the tax bylaw today.
Okay, so the financial plan or the budget, we haven't done second and third reading?
No, it's not. There's no bylaw for that. It's just a resolution. The budget is by resolution and the tax rates are by bylaw because the province needs that document to print the tax bills.
Okay, well,
And the two items that are controversial have no mill rate. They're not even in the tax bylaw.
okay, so at what time do we deal with those controversial items?
Well, when there's a vote to spend the money. Even if the budget is passed, it doesn't mean that all what's in the budget will pass. If you purchase land, for an example, you still have to vote on the purchase, even if it's in the budget. And same with the fire hall. There has to be a resolution approving the construction of a new hall, even if it's in the budget. So your tax bylaw is not your budget, it's to send to the province to accept the mill rates.
Right. Well, I have a bit of an idea here. I've talked to some counselors, I guess with some concerns over the last while. I mean, obviously there's some uncertainty with this whole virus thing. We don't know what's going to happen to our economy, which is obvious to all of us. I have one idea. We have a reserve for our lagoon. For this year, I would like to see us pay the 2 debenture payments for the lagoon out of our reserve. And then that would change the mill rate, obviously, and would give a little bit of relief to the taxpayers, at least for this year.
Yeah, but you can't do that. The bylaw is very specific that you can only spend the money to buy land or expand the lagoon, not to make payments. You can't make payments with a reserve.
Okay, well, that's why
The
I'm talking.
debenture bylaw identifies how you pay your debenture, and it's not through the reserve. You have to do whatever the bylaw says.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a 20-year debenture, Louis, and it has to be paid as per that bylaw.
And
No,
it's
no,
passed by the municipal board. You can't alter it. It's passed by the municipal board.
You'd
Yeah.
have to go to the municipal board and have it changed, and that could take 2 years.
no, I understand that. I guess that's why I'm talking about it, because I
Okay.
don't know how all that stuff works.
No,
And,
it's kind of complicated.
it's an idea I thought of last night to bring up. So I did bring it up.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, I'm in favor of obviously doing the second reading and everything, but I'm not obviously in favor of some of the controversial items. But if those are to be dealt with later, then I'm fine with moving forward. Any other thoughts or conversation? The mic is open. The floor is yours.
Are you moving it, Louis, to do second reading?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'll second.
And
Who's seconding? Sorry.
I did, but Ivan wanted to say something.
Yeah. go
yeah,
ahead.
it was the same thing as, obviously we have the fire hall and the golf and the land purchase that are controversial, but like Larry said, both items, this is basically to get your tax bills ready. And both items, because they're basically, it's a budget, it doesn't mean that it'll go through, right? A budget is it could or it couldn't. So, like Louis said, we could deal with those controversial items at a later date, but it's just because it has no impact on the fund
Okay.
and once the bench are there. So
Everybody's
that's
clear?
why we can get these tax. Are we
So
all
everybody's-
clear on this, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll call for the vote. Any opposed? Hearing none, it's carried. And then I'll move to the third reading. I need a mover and a seconder. And this one would be a recorded vote, I guess, right?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Paul.
Okay,
Paul,
Okay.
I'll move the third reading, Ivan.
I'll second.
More Paul.
Any
Morning.
opposed? Hearing none, it's carried. Okay, then we'll move down to 10. 10.1 is application for subdivision. Hey, you guys, if you have a lot of background noise, you can just hit your mic intermittently, and then won't give us quite as much feedback. Sorry, 10.1, application for subdivision. I guess everybody has that in front of them.
Yeah,
Any questions on?
we're good.
We're good? Okay. Everybody's read it. I went over it all last night, so. So I need a mover and a seconder to approve or deny.
I'll move to approve.
Who was it?
Is that Alvin? Sorry, was that Alvin?
Yes.
Thank you. Sorry, so I can't always hear very well, so if you could say your name, then at least I'll know who it is.
Sounds good.
Larry, I will second.
Thank you.
Any opposed? Hearing none, it's carried. 10.2 is.
I'm assuming you moved it to pass it, correct?
Yes,
To approve it, thank you.
uh, 10.3 is road opening
Did we do
decision.
10.2?
10.2, yeah.
There's,
Did we do 10.2?
No.
oh,
Oh,
Not yet.
okay.
okay, sorry, it was on the top, I was looking on the bottom. And that's for the conditional use, 10.2, and that is for a second dwelling. And that is in Ward 2.
I will move.
I'll
Larry.
second. Paul.
Yeah, I was looking through the information and I couldn't even tell where the first dwelling was. It's always good to have a picture of if something is there already, to have it there. But any opposed?
Sorry guys, just to be clear on this, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
There is no first dwelling on there. They're actually going to be building both of them at the same time.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. That's why you can't see them on there. So the site plan indicates both of them on there.
Okay. Yeah, I saw all the pictures. Yeah, and
Yep.
I just figured maybe it was an old satellite photo and then just didn't have it yet.
No, the blank slate.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Okay, any opposed? Hearing none, it's carried. And we'll go to 10.3, road opening decision. And that's pertaining to 10.1. And I think the rest of the resolutions. So I need a mover and a seconder for that.
Alvin will move it.
Daryl second.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Daryl.
Alvin and Daryl. Any opposed? Hearing none, it's carried. And 10.4 is a variation. And that is to go from 200 foot down to 113 feet in the subdivision.
That's a corner lot?
That's right. It's in a cul-de-sac.
Yeah. Good. I'll
Need a
move,
mo-
Larry.
Larry moves.
I'll second Ivan.
Any opposed? Hearing none, it's carried. Then 10.5 is another variation order. And that is a similar 200 feet down to 72.6. Again, for the same area.
I'll move it. Alvin.
Louis will second. Any opposed? Hearing none, it's carried. Now we can go down to 10.6. The FCM board, I guess we do a resolution that we can put Larry on there again.
I'll move
Sorry,
to,
my thing froze.
I'll move to accept.
I'll second. It's always nice to have representation on a national board, so I wish Larry luck on the election.
Here
Same.
on the bottom, it says council assumes all costs associated. I always thought FCM paid.
No, AMM pays.
Oh, AMM pays it?
Yeah,
We
Okay,
pay as indemnity.
yeah, and AMM pays all the travel and the hotels
Okay.
and car rentals and all that. That's all paid by AMM.
okay, so it's sort of a bit of a shared thing.
Yeah,
So it's not a new thing what I saw here, it's just.
no.
No.
Well, it's only something we see once a year, so.
Yeah.
Figured
Yeah.
that's the question now. Okay.
And
perfect.
just an update, a little bit on FCM. Oh, well, I'll let the resolution go first and then I'll speak a bit
Okay.
on it.
Daryl, move it.
Alvin second.
I got Paul and Ivan have already
Yeah.
moved in.
Right.
Okay, sorry. Any opposed?
Yes, you got 4 already. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good as gold.
Just a bit on FCM. We have regular conference calls that last about an hour, and we're still working on. I know it's hard times right now in Canada, but we're still fighting to get double gas tax. That's a very important issue for most municipalities now because of all the problems that we're having. And another thing, there's a lot of municipalities in Canada trying to get what we've got, the Office 365. We discussed it the other day, and they thought we were way ahead of anybody else, most people in Manitoba and throughout the country. So I guess we have to say thanks for our staff for being on top of what we're doing this morning. And a lot of municipalities don't have what we've got. So kudos to our municipality because we're one of the front-running municipalities in Canada for technology and all that. So I was very proud to be on that conference call and to be told that we're ahead of a lot of people. So just to give you a little bit of feedback, what's happening at FCM.
Good. Do we have any in-camera stuff?
You have 10.7. Larry had done
Oh,
drainage.
sorry.
Yeah, I've been traveling around and all the water is flowing pretty good. But on Monday, I kind of was a bit confused. Louis, you were talking about drainage in the south there with Giesbrecht, and I didn't know really what you guys were talking about. Can you give us a little bit of what's going on? Like, I don't think we've ever discussed that at council before, so I was just wondering what was the project?
Well, that's the thing. I've never actually talked to Adrian Fast about an actual project. He just told me last year when I asked him to close those drains, that he had made a couple of drains there without getting permission. Well, I guess close to his land he had cleared. And then I said they're causing a lot of trouble downstream. So he said he would send a machine there the next morning and get it all closed up, which he apparently did. Joseph Giesrecht always checks in on everything there. And Joseph said it was all closed. So that was great. But anyway, at the same time, Adrian said he had some ideas to improve the drainage in that whole area. And he would like to bring them to council in the future. But now with this whole virus thing, he knows obviously that's not going to work. But he did call me just to say that he would be willing to put $5,000 towards improvements in the area. And it sounds like that's even if he wouldn't be the one getting the job, he would still give the money. So right now, what the ideas are, I don't know. But me and Daryl went to go look at Joseph Giesrecht's road, just right by his driveway, but a little bit south. There's two places the water's running over. And the rumors we're hearing, or apparently a witness saw him with his four-wheeler pulling a drag to encourage the water to cross the road to the west, like to across our road.
The west side.
Yeah, going over to the west, and now it's running across the neighboring property on that side.
Oh,
And apparently somebody actually saw him doing this. So I didn't, so I can't say it happened. But anyway, but there is a lot of water. The water is on the road, even whether he's doing it or not.
Okay, so Louis, that will come to council?
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
because
Yeah,
I didn't
and
know
I'm
when
sure
we
he
had
would have.
discussed that.
He would have done it by now, but because of this situation, it's just whatever. But anyway, meanwhile, if you guys look on your maps, look on Google Maps sometime, there's a natural waterway flowing behind Joseph Giesrecht between them and the High Life Barns. And that has been closed off years ago due to some excavating to get clay out for building lagoons in the area. And I was going to talk with St. Rat River to see if they could talk with the neighbors there and maybe turn some of that swampland into a retention area. And when you see where that big S drain, natural drain flows out to the north behind the Giesrecht's property, it is actually flowing. Me and Daryl saw it last night. And it is actually flowing there, even though it's closed off. There's so much water in there. It's running, and usually it isn't. So I'd like them to try to make, because they got all this money from the government, maybe they can make a retention area back there.
But I think, Louis, that before we go to St. Rat, we should discuss it at council and have it as a project with a resolution, and I think it would be more, at least it comes from the whole municipality.
It would carry more weight, probably.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Jody's always asking you guys, you got any projects? You got any projects? So yeah, that's a great idea.
Good one. Under Alice, maybe.
Oh, it wouldn't be.
I don't think it'll work because none of that land is used.
No,
It's all swamp.
Only if it's pasture land or grain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, cropland and stuff. And this is useless land. Nobody uses it.
And I guess poplar and bulrushes is not up.
And I think we could make I think St. River could make a good case to all the people who own land there. The water would quit flowing in the front of their land so heavily, because half of it would be flowing behind their land.
Right.
And maybe it would help Theodore Ducharme. That guy never complains. He's got a house trailer. He's
Yeah.
got water flowing across his land every single spring
Yeah.
across his driveway. That
Yeah.
guy never complains. I don't know how we could get another
Got
resident like
pontoons
that.
on his house trailer.
So Louis, why does FAST want to drain the land if it's worth nothing?
No,
'Cause he hunts.
His land is further away, and it's good farmland, but the trouble is, it has to contribute, the way it's set up right now, it has to contribute to Joseph Giesbrecht's land, or drainage. So we all know what's gonna happen. We're gonna have today's problem plus 25, 50, 75, or 100% more water yet.
Yeah.
I don't know the numbers. I mean, any
So-
amount extra will be worse.
So maybe when we get back to normal, if we could have a map of what they want to
Yes.
do, and then we make a plan and go to Saint Rat.
Yes, and that's what I told Adrian, if he could do some drawings on a map with some of his ideas. And like I said, he's never showed me his ideas. He just said he had some ideas. And I haven't talked to him about seeing that. That's my own idea. So,
Okay, I understand a bit more now.
yeah, without maps, it's kind of difficult to understand the area. I know a little bit about it because Randy Beadler on day one pretty much took me out there and was educating me on how the old waterways worked in the area there. So,
Well, Randy Beadler brought me there in 1976.
Yeah. He invited me, but I didn't come.
okay, were there any in camera?
No,
Nothing? Okay. Well, then.
I move to adjourn then. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Meeting
Have a
worked
good day.
very well.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, a lot better than it did on Monday. That's cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, there you are, John, sitting in your car smoking cigarettes.
No, no, I haven't yet. But
Are
I
you
was planning
watching
on it.
Captain Kangaroo?
well, I'll be on time for Price is Right.
There you
Okay,
go.
perfect.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you'd go back to bed, Larry.
No,
All right, see you guys.
all
right,
right,
see you guys.
Still there?
Bye, guys.
Have an awesome day, guys.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye,
Bye.
Ann.
See you guys.
Yeah.
See ya.
There you go. Bye.
Take care.